news, everyone.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this first one here. I love a little bit of good news about a game company, as there has been almost none about game companies lately. But Capcom is increasing its starting salary in Japan by more than 25%. God bless Capcom. Truly one of the last good companies out here. Existing employees will also get a bonus and a raise is I think what they mean in salary. I guess it would be a rise as well too, right? Capcom does rules. They does rules. You went through denying your nerd. I did for a little bit, yeah, man. I was definitely like, listen, I went through the period where I was like, I think it was like right when I was getting into high school and stuff too, and I was like, listen, I'm trying to get into with the babes, you know. But yeah, I flipped on that pretty quickly. Free copy, a rise for all employees. They already do get a free copy, you know that, man. Come on now. At the moment, the existing pay for new graduate hires is 235 yen or 235,000 yen per month, which is around $1,560. But beginning in its 2025 fiscal year, the company will change it to 300,000 yen per month, or around $2,000. Got him a babe and repurchased his system. I mean, kind of, I guess, right? I don't even know if it's like that. I think I just was like, I think there's a certain point where you get into where you're like, you know what? I shouldn't be like having to be worried about this kind of stuff. You just kind of, those are like the first couple of times in my life where I was like, I should just be open to being how nerdy I am though about stuff. So $2,000 per month is, I mean, obviously not a lot, but this is starting pay. I want everybody to kind of know that. So that's what they're starting out when they go there. So this is brand new, coming off the street, you know. So it's pretty cool. It's called growing up, self-acceptance. That's definitely true, but some people still struggle with that no matter what, man. I'm definitely getting a lot better at it though. Serial killers do it too. What? Excuse me, what? With this increase in starting salary, Capcom is pursuing further investments in human capital and the acquisition of exceptional talent. So this is very cool. I had nothing to really go on too much about this, but I think it's very awesome and one of those ones that's really great to highlight, you know? This isn't the place for confessions, Ron. Do that in the Discord. Yeah, I agree. If you want to talk about, please. Here's what I'm going to say, you know, guys. We accept so many people here. But I'm going to go ahead and lay down the law. If you're a murderer or serial killer, I don't think I really want you to hang out here, you know? Okay? Listen, I hate to be that guy, but I don't think we can accept you here.
Damn it, Ron!
You know? I just don't think we can accept you. Listen, maybe there's a better place for you, but it's not here. So if you'd like to scurry on away, that'd be great. A phase of self-denial. Interesting. I can still love Capcom, right? We can still love Capcom, even maybe a little bit more now. I know. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the next thing, which is the official trailer for the Fallout show that's coming to Amazon Prime. I didn't watch this yet because I thought, I don't know, maybe it's a good idea just to watch it live with y'all. I don't know. This seems like it's probably going to be a bad idea, right? Don't say you don't even know, man. Maybe it's going to be really good. I thought I remember the other trailer, like the teaser trailer, I guess it was. I thought it looked okay. It looks bad. I saw it. Oh. Well. All right. Well, let's watch it all together, guys. And don't let Ron sway you just yet. Make up your own mind.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place. A veritable Camelot of the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man. You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead. What you're doing is insane.
I don't want to set the world.
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
Fire. I just want to start.
I've had a rough week. Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Volty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. You look out at this wasteland, looks like chaos, but there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
There you are, you little killer.
All right. We get it. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I know it was probably very quiet. That is the first thing that I've ever had to turn up almost all the way because it was so fucking quiet. I was like, oh, the beginning's just quiet. So I apologize, the beginning was very quiet. I tried to crank it up or whatever. I don't know what Ron's on about. I think this still looks good. Yeah, I think Ron is I think Ron's drinking something that he shouldn't be. I think he's getting into something. He probably is getting into that instant coffee and it's scrambling his brain. So no, it's okay. But listen, it might not be for everybody. I agree. I think it looks okay. I'm pretty okay. I'll probably watch it. And of course they're going in on all in on the Goggins. Did you see it? The guy's, he's cool. Just tired of obvious CGI. I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? Like, there's gonna have to be some CGI, man. It's also it's also a TV show, so there's the like the budget is not there, So yeah, I thought that looks pretty good. I saw dog meat, everything. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I can't remember who the main person is. Ella Purnell. I like looking at her face. She got a nice face. I'm just gonna say, So here's the question. Maybe they've shown it before or not, but the one thing I remember about Fallout is death claws. Are they gonna have death claws, you know? Of actually removing Goggins' nose. Totally method acting. Oh my god. All right. Let's get on to this next one. This one was from Plenty. She came in and dropped this one. I thought this was pretty funny. I saw this the other day and I was like, oh yeah. And then I didn't really think about that it was worth talking about, but you know what? It probably actually is. There is a Dune Part 2 cosplayer who rode a sandworm to the premiere weekend. He reveals how he did it. Is this a beer ad? If you guys missed that, yesterday we were showing off. I was showing off some of the beer ads and stuff that were in old Chilean TV when they would show movies and stuff, and they would match the movie and put them in with the stuff in the movies and stuff, so that they didn't have to actually cut to commercial. There was just a commercial baked in. This shit was hilarious. There has to be a death claw at some point. That's what I'm thinking. That's a sand trap. Come on, bro. Come on, man. What's he supposed to do? He's cosplaying, my dude. Come on. You may have seen Dune Part 2 this weekend, but did you ride a God. You may have seen Dune Part 2 this weekend, but did you ride a sandworm and a Fremen still suit to do it? No? Then Jesse Myers just went a tad bit harder than you did. Sand trouts? I don't know what that means, man. I don't know doing that well. So he's got a little video here of him kind of riding around on it. Listen, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty good. His sandworm has like 2 different tones and stuff, which is kind of weird to me, but like whatever, or 2 different like colors and stuff. Whatever. It's a very unique and interesting thing. I thought it was pretty cool. And then he kind of talked about how he was working on it and all this kind of stuff. Dune nerd. Have you read all the Dune novels then, man? People seem to really like it, he says. Things that stood out to me are the comments like cinema is back, things like that. That just brings joy to me that I can be the one who makes people feel that again. And I'll see comments like, my husband saw this video and won't stop talking about it. He loves it. Up to the 3rd one. Nah, you're not really a Dune nerd then. It even caught the attention of the official Dune Twitter page, which reposted it along with countless other accounts. He got tickets. He said, I'm just looking forward to it, knowing people are going and seeing this movie. I was sitting in my office working on a project on my iPad, and I was just like, you know what? I have the entire Fremen costume that I made this past summer for HowlerCon. So I have this costume for this con for the book series, and I was there. I was sitting there, and I was just like, you know what? I have my one wheel. It'd be so fucking funny to ride a worm in the theater, and it wouldn't be that hard to do. And the idea just festered in my brain, and I was like, I'm gonna dedicate my whole weekend to making this thing happen. This is going to happen. That's it. That's where he did it, and he kind of goes in a little bit more depth, but pretty goofy. I think it's great. Although Ron is just gonna be super skeptical no matter what, you know. You're up to the 3rd one, still mulling whether you're gonna read the expansions. Well, listen, it only gets more weird. I've gone over some general reading of like summaries of the other books. Bro, it's very strange. I know no Dune. That's okay, man. You should watch the movies though. They're really good. So yeah, this was pretty cool. I thought this was great. I like this a lot, and even though Ron is not into it, you know, whatever. nothing satisfies him. So boom, boom. This one was also dropped in by Plenty. This is the BAFTA Game Awards nominations. I'm pretty excited. I think there's a whole bunch of these we can kind of go over, and we can just talk about which ones are in which things. Go over the nominations. I don't know when the hell is the actual BAFTAs? Does it say when it is? April 11th. Okay, cool. So we'll just go over who the nominations are and stuff real quick, you know, see what's going on. Especially after Herbert passed. Yeah, and then his son took over and was trying to do some weird shit, you know? And I guess his son was like into fantasy stuff, not sci-fi stuff. So then a lot of that stuff started to lean into that. It's very weird. All right, so for animation, it is Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Hogwarts Legacy, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Artistic achievement, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cocoon, Diablo, what is that, 4? Final Fantasy 16, and Hi-Fi Rush. I just saw somebody talking about Final Fantasy 16 and them saying that it actually was like very good and very emotional for them. So I heard somebody talking about Final Fantasy 16 saying that it was actually like very emotional and they really enjoyed it. And I was like, that is so weird. Audio achievement, Alan Wake 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Hi-Fi Rush, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That is so weird. Did I said something was so weird? What do you mean? What's happening? Cooking dinner? Ooh. Anything delicious that you would like to share with us? Best game. That's a weird one. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Dave the Diver, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Final Fantasy being emotional. Yeah, I mean, that is weird. Listen, I'm sorry, I just can't. I don't understand how. I don't get those games being interesting or emotional or anything. I cannot give a shit less about those games, and I know people love those games. I just cannot fucking get it. Sorry. Ramen with egg, some skirt steak, green onions, sprout. Oh man, that sounds delicious. I do want to. I've been wanting to make some steaks. I was thinking over the weekend I was gonna do that. Ramen sounds really nice too, though. British game. What? British game. What is this category? Best British game? A British game? What the hell does that mean? All right. Cassette Beasts, Dead Island 2, Disney Illusion Island, Football Manager 2024, Viewfinder, and Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin. British game. I don't think that's a good category. Debut game is Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. I don't remember that one. Venba, and Viewfinder. Evolving games, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, Forza Horizon 5, Genshin Impact, and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky really hanging in there with a lot of it's almost every year getting nominated for like one of these like evolving or, you know, whatever games. It's pretty cool. Hanging in there. I'm glad to hear that is the case. Today was a better day for me since the last couple of days, so I'm definitely grateful. A family game, Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Disney Illusion Island, Hi-Fi Rush, Hogwarts Legacy, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Game Beyond Entertainment. Interesting. Chance of Sinar. Goodbye Volcano High. Tachai. I never know how to say that one. Terra Nil, Thirsty Suitors, and Venba. I'm sorry, this is really difficult for me to read over here. Just that's why I keep on having to like fucking squint at this, because some of the lines and stuff are not on the actual page. It doesn't look that bad, but on my capture it looks way worse. Game design is Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Viewfinder. Multiplayer, Baldur's Gate 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Diablo 4, Forza Motorsports, Party Animals, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I can't believe Party Animals is still kind of around too. That game just did not look good to me. Music, Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Baldur's Gate 3, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Really? In for music, huh? Just a couple more here. Narrative, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Dredge, Final Fantasy 16, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Jedi Survivor. New intellectual properties. Chance of Sinar, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Hi-Fi Rush, Jusant, and Viewfinder. Performer in a leading role, Amelia Tyler in Baldur's Gate 3, Cameron Monaghan in Jedi Survivor, Najee Jeter in Spider-Man, Neil Newborn in Baldur's Gate 3, Samantha Beert in Baldur's Gate 3, and Yuri Lowenthal in Spider-Man 2. Performer in a supporting role, Andrew Wincott in Baldur's Gate 3, Deborah Wilson in Jedi Survivor, Ralph Ineson, Final Fantasy 16, Sam Lake in Alan Wake 2. That one was very weird. Tony Todd in Spider-Man 2, and Tracy Miles in Baldur's Gate 3. Technical achievement, Alan Wake 2, Final Fantasy 16, Horizon Call of the Mountain. Ugh. Can't believe Horizon games are still around. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Starfield. Oh, look at that. Starfield's really getting nominated out here. And then EE Player's Choice Award. This was voted for by the public. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Fortnite, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Lethal Company, and Marvel Spider-Man 2. So yeah, we'll see who ends up winning. Like I said, I think that's around like April 11th, but I don't think normal people get to vote and everything on that, but yeah, definitely interesting. Oh. Yeah, I understand everybody being a little tired, though. I mean, definitely feel it, but not as tired as I normally am. And a little bit of coffee is definitely helping me get my way through. Recently finished Jedi Survivor. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I could never finish the first one. I always really wanted to, but I never could. Time to rest and play both would be a dream. Not completely sure if I understand what that means. All right. The next one is Minecraft is updating and adding a long requested wolf variance after over 10 years of waiting. So I just saw this and I was like, people like Minecraft, right? Yeah, I'm here for it. I mean, I don't get to play much Minecraft anymore, so I'm like, whatever. But I think that's a cool idea, right? Work-life balance. Yeah, I agree. I have no idea what that is. Right now, this is the only time where I've had any kind of life over work balance. Almost every other time, it is just work. And I would love to get into more of a balance, and I'm not sure how to just yet, so... So yeah, they're adding these variants. I was just gonna show them off real quick. They have like a little thing showing a bunch of them here, but then they also have like the all the different variants with the front and the back, so you can kind of get a good look at it and everything. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying we are questioning because we're trying to be sarcastic and funny. You understand how, because we're all kind of in that same feeling of that there has no work-life balance. We're right there with you, buddy. But yeah, so they have what is this, 9 different variants now, so pretty interesting though. But these things called bills come in the mail. Yeah, even they sometimes come in the mail, sometimes they come in the email, and they suck. I like these little black wolves. So I wonder if you like when you, oh yeah, so when you tame them, you get to keep their color and everything. Oh, that's fucking cool. I like that actually. So yeah, you can get some different wolves in Minecraft. I don't know when this comes out though. Does it actually already come out? I don't know. Could have. I don't understand how things go. So yeah, something. That's cool. Right? All right, let's keep going. This one was kind of goofy to me. I'm not gonna go over too much of it, but WWE 2K24 it's a new wrestling game for WWE. Is blurring out some of Vince McMahon footage, but not all of it. If you don't know, Vince McMahon is tied up in some very heinous acts that he committed while he was I don't even know if it was all while he was within the WWE and control of WWE. And definitely don't look it up. It's not worth it. But dude is a piece of shit human being. And so now the WWE is trying to kind of distance themselves. And as part of that, I guess the game is like, hey, I guess they have some legacy stuff that they're trying to have in there. So they're like having that stuff in there, but then like videos and stuff, but then they're blurring him out of it, but not all of it. I don't completely understand. WWE 2K24 blurred out the former WWE chairman and CEO Vince McMahon's face from some archived footage in its showcase of Immortals game mode. Although there's some instances where he appears fully uncensored. There's been much speculation on how 2K would handle McMahon in the latest game after the former WWE employee filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of sexual assault and sex trafficking. So I just thought this was pretty weird. Like, so this is kind of like what they're doing. They're just blurring him out, which is great. I think that's, able to have like the original footage, but not acknowledge that he's in there, even though it is kind of a weird, it's drawing some attention to him, but it's whatever. And then they just have some regular fucking footage where he's just there. So that's so weird. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get it. I'm all about it. Like I said, this guy doesn't need any kind of like. I'm sure fans will be upset regardless. Maybe. I think most people are like, we're cool. Like nobody. I don't think there was a lot of people in the wrestling fandom who loved Vince McMahon. I'm just gonna be that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and speak for a lot of people. I'm sure there are people who do like him, but it can't be that many. And so whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. But like I said, why not just blur all of his face? Like either do it or don't, I guess. So I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not that worried about it. I'm just whatever. I just thought that's kind of an interesting thing that they're doing it with some of it, but not all of it. Just do it with all of it then. I don't know. But OBS, everything was broken. Streamlabs OBS was not working with my capture card. I am so sorry to hear that. But also, Casper, you should get off Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS is garbage. That is weird. Right, I'm just confused. I like that they're doing it, but they should just do it with all of it then. That way you can still kind of have those historic things in the game or whatever, like they want to try and do, but then not attribute him to any of it, because it looked like even in some of like the storylines they were cutting him out and stuff. Like, that's great. just make it seem like he was never even there, and when you see him you're just like, oh, who's that blurred dude? I don't know, it's a lot of work, I'm sure, but yeah, welcome on in, Casper. How you doing, buddy, outside of the streaming issues? But yeah, so like I said, dude's a piece of shit. Don't really want to have to talk about him anymore. A Trotsky. Ooh, tell me about it. What is that? I don't know this one. Oh. And this is an interesting thing. Trotsky was widely considered the most prominent Soviet figure and was de facto second in command during the early years of the Russian Soviet Republic. Ideology. What is that? Ideology. Oh my God! Why is that word? That word's gonna trip me up. A Marxist and a Leninist. His thoughts and writings inspired a school of Marxists known as Trotskyism. Weird, interesting. So that's what he's famous for, huh? From any photos. Ooh, I see. In October, by order of Stalin, Trotsky was removed from power, and in November, expelled from the All-Union Communist Party. He was exiled and then expelled from the USSR. Oh, okay. It doesn't say that they actually removed like his stuff, but I believe you. That's hilarious. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, I feel like that's what they want to try and do, and again, I'm here for it. I would rather them just remove McMahon altogether at this point. He's not that interesting of a person, and he's not that good of like a he's not like an integral part of a lot of things. I think they can get around without him at this point. He really meant the friendship was over. Yeah, he was just burning the face out of the photos. Like, he's not my friend anymore. All right, let's get into this next one. Toyota is making a real working version of Scarlet and Violet's motorbike Pokemon. I saw this and I was like, the fuck, why? Pokemon has teamed up with Toyota to turn Scarlet and Violet's legendary, I don't know who that guy's, Miraidon, into a real-life working motorbike. As reported by Siliconara, Toyota's project recreates the Pokemon on the cover of Pokemon Violet, which turns into a motorbike and is ridden by the player in game as an actual motorbike, but details are slim. I don't know why they took this kid's picture and they were like posting that up, but they actually do have like there's this like a picture of the actual motorbike here. So this is like so they're making a motorbike out of a Pokemon, but the Pokemon was already a motorbike in the game, I guess. I don't know. It's very weird. Toyota announced the project on Twitter with a simple piece of concept art for the creation. You stop it. That is not what this is. This is not concept art. This is so bad. Hey, Casper, what's happening, bud? The company didn't say when or how it would reveal the bike fully, though it would presumably only be shown off as a display model and won't be made available for sale. So this is kind of like the prototype or whatever. I cannot believe this thing. I can't believe this is what they wanted. Stick with it. Once you got OBS all worked out, it's gonna be great. Yeah, do you know what the problem with your OBS is, Casper? We might be able to help you out if you want. We have a channel in the Discord for stream help if you ever need it, man. There's some good tips there. We you know, as a community probably have some good tips for you that we can give if you ever need it, bud. Like I said, I just don't know much about Streamlabs OBS. I just know people dunk on it because I think it's not always as good as some of the other ones, some of the other OBSs. So yeah, I just thought this was interesting. If they actually do end up kind of announcing like it being a real thing or kind of being actually coming out, we'll talk about it more then. But if not, whatevs. Also yesterday I made the claim because Cyclo had kind of dropped in the Discord, and I'm not blaming Cyclo because it was reported the way that Cyclo reported it to me, that Final Fantasy VII Remake was going to be locked on Sony's console, and apparently that is not the case. But again, it is not Cyclo's fault. It was reported that way. Washington Post reporter Gene Park has amended his interview with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth producer to state that only the first two games in the trilogy are confirmed to be PlayStation console exclusive. It was a mistake on my part to write that sentence like that. The entire Final Fantasy VII trilogy is not yet confirmed to be Sony exclusive. So they are saying, yeah, it is not. I mean, it really isn't. Like I said, even this guy right here is saying like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have wrote that like that. They're saying it could be, but as of right now, it is not. So just an amendment to that statement that was made yesterday. It is definitely. So they're saying our boy's word is still the word. Cyclo's word is God. He's just reporting what he's getting, you know. I'm just saying, guys. I didn't think so, but it could be title. Yeah. So when they mean like it's not going to be on any other consoles, is what they're saying. So it'd be like Sony exclusive as far as consoles. I think it'll all be on PC as well. You're right about that. I just think that they're talking about, as of right now, the first two are locked to Sony and PC, and then they're like, but the third might not be. Like, why would you make the third one of those like that? That's so stupid. It's not Cyclo's fault. It's not. Got to work on Streamlabs OBS and I didn't feel like streaming. I understand that, Casper. Listen, we never doubt Cyclo. That's what we do, all right, guys? We just don't. We never doubt him. Oh, Vash, I'm so happy you're here too, man. I know it's totally not because this next segment is going to be super awesome for you, buddy. It's because I just love seeing your name in the chat, man. I love seeing you. What's happening, bud? Totally unrelated. Let's go ahead and check out this next one. Overwatch 2 and Cowboy Bebop are having a little bit of a collaboration. You guys want to check this out? You guys want to check it out? You guys want to see what's happening? Don't worry, I'll make sure the volume's on for this one, buddy.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Can't even be mad yet. So, I mean, listen, Vash, I get it, man. You don't have to download Overwatch 2 just yet, but like, I get it, man. If you gotta go and do that, you know, I get it. Listen, I'm not even saying that it's gonna be a bad collaboration. It's just gonna be funny. Shit, I'm so sorry. 60s vibes. Plenty, you should watch the actual show. It's from what I hear pretty good, and that's just like the intro to the show, but they did it for Overwatch. They redid it a little bit. Jett is huge. Yeah, because I think it's just a skin. Like, I don't think it's like he's not like a new playable character. Maybe he is. We'll see. The only enjoyable part for me. Well, we'll see, man. Pretty soon Vash is gonna be like, guys, all right, we're doing 65 streams of Overwatch 2 X Cowboy Bebop. Notifications like subs, follows, raids, and bits weren't working, and blurps as well. Well, blurps never work, man. They work sometimes and then they don't work. I don't know. And then yeah, subs, follows, and raids. That's all through. I'm guessing you're using them through Streamlabs as well. Then Streamlabs is janky, man. I think it's just Streamlabs, man. I don't think it's OBS. But yeah, I don't know. Could be anything, man. Sometimes just deactivating those things and reactivating them and stuff, if you can, it helps. Blurps is just weird. Ew. I know, man. I'm just kidding. I mean, listen, we'll see. Whenever they get some gameplay stuff, we'll take a look and stuff. But I thought this was pretty funny. Thank you, Cyclo. I don't know why it was retaliatory, but I mean, what are you retaliating for, man? No need for that. These last two are pretty interesting. So this first one is a game called Bitcraft. It just looked pretty cool. I figured, you know, it looked like a pretty good time. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one real quick. Again, just kind of looks pretty cool. Nothing too crazy. It's a very early preview of this as well, so. Everything's in kind of hexagon shapes too for the ground, and I like that. Survival crafting MMORPG. All right, guys. Yeah, it's very cutesy. I didn't see anything for like enemies though. We'll have to keep a lookout. So I don't know if there's gonna be some battle or anything like that, or if it's just straight building, surviving, basic stuff without enemies. We'll see. And then they kind of have this civilization, but they have a wall, which makes me think that there's some kind of enemies, right? But I liked how nice it looks once you get everything built up and everything. It's kind of nice. Some custom creation for characters, travelers. Pretty cool. Exploring, you know, there's some good stuff. Yeah, cute and vibey. That's how I felt about it. I was like, it's cool. I'll show it off just so you guys can see it. I feel like it was worth taking a look at, you know? But yeah, it's called Bitcraft. Age of Automata. Automata. That's what it is. Sorry, automata is not the right word. Oh yeah, so they're having a closed alpha on April 2nd. I would say don't worry about the closed alpha or anything, but we'll keep an eye on it, you know. I think it looks interesting enough that, you know, if I come across it again later on, I'll be like, okay, cool. But yeah, so I thought this looked pretty interesting, especially for, you know, a little survival, you know, crafting, you know, plus multi what is it, MMO, massive multiplayer online RPG. Yeah, that would be pretty cool though. And then this last one is for a game called Astro Duel. This is the Epic Game Store free game, because it is Thursday. We go over the Epic Game Store free game, and apparently there's a game called Astro Duel 2. I don't know anything about this. I haven't even looked at it at all. I just grabbed the trailer and I was like, cool, let's take a look. And this will be the last thing for today, so let's take a look. Oh, vibey music. Yeah, all right, well, and it definitely looks okay. It's kind of got that kind of an old school look. Yeah, I don't know. So like when you're outside of the specific places, you're kind of on a ship, and then when you're inside, you're a person. I don't know. It doesn't look that interesting to me. But if it looks interesting to you, it is free for this week up until next Wednesday. So you can grab it up on the Epic Game Store. You know, it's free right now, so definitely check it out. Yeah, with that, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the news. Definitely a little bit quicker today on the news, so I'm glad about that. We'll go ahead and get into some brothers here in just a little bit, but yeah, that's it for the news. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out.